Wargo, team pilot with Precision Aerobatics, and today is the day we're going to set it up to fly perfectly. I have on my previous videos shown you how I set up the flight controls and everything else like that. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly it with my normal first flight setup and see how it performs. I'm going to check the CG and do everything else I need to do to make sure this plane is going to fly exactly the way I want it to. First things first, we're going to check the CG. Okay. We're going to take off right now. We're going to do it nice and slow and easy, just the way you would on any maiden flight. And we're going to lift off slow and conservatively. There we go. There you go. It's a little windy and chirpy up there, but it looks like it's not even going to require much or any trim. So, one click aileron maybe. Clicks out of it, or that was the rudder. And I think that's about all we need. So the next big test is going to be the CG. I'm going to put it up on a 45-degree upline, roll it inverted, and see if it wants to hold. It looks like it's climbing a little bit, which means I thought I had the CG right on, but I think it needs to be just a tad more nose heavy, but not much. So I'm going to bring it down and change the CG. Okay. All right, now we're going to go up, and I am going to try and feel how fast the ailerons are and so on and so forth on 3D rates to get an idea of how it's going to rolling Harrier on full rates. So here they are. Here we go. Now, I actually like it at 100%. I'm going to switch to that other low, slow 3D rate we talked about, and I'm going to see how this is going to do. I'm going to do the same maneuver. Okay. I like the elevator and the rudder like that. I'm going to reduce the expo a little bit. So I'm coming down. Stop. Okay. That is the low, slow 3D rate. And I have a little less expo. So I have a little quicker response. Look how beautifully this is going. So, okay, I think I'm really happy with it like this. And I'll dial it in a little bit more as we go. You see the CG is looking really good. Plane wants to fly, will definitely want to fly nice and straight. Just straight barrel roll inside of itself to see what it kind of looks like. Wow, very impressive. That means when I'm down low and I want to flip it over and do this, low, I'll be able to take it like this and just flip it inside of itself and not have to worry about it falling too much. We've got plenty of rudder authority. That was pretty cool. One of the cables is a little loose to the pull, so I have to fix that when it comes down. So let's land it and see what else we need to check. Now we're going to check and see if it needs any coupling mixes. Rudder's just not tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down a knife edge and see if it wants to pull, push, do anything. Look at that. That is completely hands off the right stick. It's always like this. It's amazing with PA. Well, going left to right, it couldn't be any more perfect. I'm absolutely astonished how, you know, the design just takes away all the coupling. It's really incredible. Now we're going to check the knife edge potential for any coupling issues or any need for mixing on the other side. So here it goes. As usual, it's staying dead straight, and I don't think we have much of an issue. Okay, one of the things I love about it so much is these knife edge loops. Because there is no coupling or anything like that, this plane will stay dead straight through this entire loop. Wind is pushing it around a little bit, but you'll watch. It'll just stay perfect right through the whole loop. I mean, that's just priceless. That means you don't have to work so hard. Nice and straight. Now the one thing I've been waiting to do is to hit that full up power, and this is a half-used battery, so vertical. Wow, definitely a lot better vertical than the old Thrust 50. Wow. Plane is doing beautifully. Well, I think it's ready to film some video and do some nice maneuvers. I think the plane is just flying great. All right, all we're going to do now is I'm going to try some precision, and I think it's going to be perfect because there's no coupling, there's no anything, everything seems to be just right. But I'm going to check the rates to make sure I have the right rates for my precision rates. And then I'm going to do some tumbling and show you the elevator aileron mix and check the rates on that. Too much sun over there, we'll go back. Yeah, it's really flying straight as an arrow. Through the point rolls, and I'm going to do a very, very, very long half roll. Perfect. Let me see how much rate I have on the elevator. I think everything's just about perfect. All right, last little check is going to be the rates for the tumbling. Throw it into a knife edge spin. I think I'm going to up that rate by just a couple percentage points, but that's about it. Now here's another good thing with the mix. As I go up high, if I flip it and pull those ailerons out of the road, look how fast it falls. All right, we're going to try and hover it and just see how it does, which I'm sure it's going to be great. Down the runway, come back. See how nicely it hovers. feel like I have it pretty well dialed in. There is no need for any mixing, very little trim. I adjusted the CG by a micron forward to make it a little more nose heavy. It seemed that was actually a little bit tail heavy. I'm not sure I had it exactly on Sean's recommended CG when I started. I thought I did, but it was probably a little bit off. Last but not least, the only thing I really changed was I dialed down the expo on my low-slow 3D rate, and I also upped the rates of the ailerons that I first thought that I might have to tone down on that low-slow 3D rate. On my snap rate, I didn't do a thing, and I also lowered the expo on my high rates, and it seems to be flying the way I want it to. And if you've noticed, it's getting close to dark. The sun is setting, and I'm going to give a little try to a night flight. So I'm going to give you that as a little bonus at the end. This will be my first try at flying it at night. Another night flight with it a little bit darker. Any UFO reports? Awfully hard to keep. So easy to lose orientation. But this was big fun. Can't wait to do it again.